everybody, I am back. I will explain all as to why I've had a bit of a break, but just let me get into this. So I'm going to do a set of nails. I'm using my Glitter Fairy size 10 round brush. I'm only doing one hand today. I'm using Candy Floss and Peacock holographic multi-cuts from the Glitter Fairy, Baby Blue and Watermelon from CJP, Glass Slippers from Glitter Bows and Amore by CJP. I honestly don't really enjoy working with CJP as much as I do Glitter Bows, but hey ho. And a selection of Swarovski crystals that I got from various places. I've already sculpted my clear base on all fingers, so we're just going in with design, and I'm going to do a very, very wet wash ombre with the pink and blue and then go over with the glitters. So where have I been? Well, I have been given a contract to broadcast on another platform with my singing, so it's live singing, so I've been very, very busy with that. So I just haven't had as much time to film with nails. I'm trying to schedule everything in. If you do want to check me out at any time on that broadcast, I will put the link in the description box below. Obviously it's not nails, but I'm hoping to, with my contract, to extend that into nail art as well. So it should be quite exciting. So I'm just patting the glitter into the wet acrylic, just to, you know, flatten it down nice and flat. We don't want bulk. We want to keep that really flat, as you can see there. The holographic pieces are just so perfect. And then we're going to go in with the Peacock from the cuticle. I've just wetted that with a very, very wet bead of clear. It's just such a... oh, I love these glitters so much. I love them. And really all I'm going to do is pat that into place and then let the two kind of overflow? No, oh my goodness me. Really? Kind of glide into each other, so that some of the peacock goes over some of the pink and some of the pink goes over some of the peacock, and that's how you create that ombre. If you stop, it will just look like a messy line, so you really have to... it's very, very easy to do, very, very simple and effective, and super, super, super shiny. I'm going to leave that to set. I'm not going to cap it. I'm going to leave that to set up. I believe I went in with just a little bit there because it was a bit dry. The glitter hadn't stuck properly. Now I'm going to do an ombre here, so I'm going in with Watermelon at the tip and then blending it back. I'm really used to working with Glam and Glitz and Glitter Bows, so I like the colours that CJP offer, but I'm not as comfortable working with that system because I'm not used to it. I'm working from I work with a much wetter system. So I kind of like get frustrated, but it's okay, it's okay. It's a quicker drying and drier system, and for me personally, I struggle with it, but I like the colours. It's catch-22. The Glitter Bows has a massive selection of colours. In fact, Glitter Bows have a load of new colours being released. I can't wait. And glitters, I need to check them out actually. So I'm just feathering that back up the nail, smoothing it all down, and then I'm going to go in with Amore. I've bled the back of the bead. I'm starting off with a small bead, then we can build it up. Just pushing it in around, tucking it around the cuticle, and then dragging it down. Again, it was just setting faster than I'm used to, so it was quite tricky. Not gonna lie. I then go in with a second bead of Amore, slightly wetter, same thing again, and then I'm going to blend it down. I don't want this to be too bulky because I've still got to cap it because I'm going to put glitter on it. If it was just these two, they're both strength powders, so they wouldn't need capping. But then if you're going to file it, you're going to ruin your ombre. So to be honest, it's worth capping at all times. I really squashed the brush on this bit to get that to ombre down. Then I'm going to go in with the Peacock multi-cut holographic and do a glitter swirly line. Swirly line, that's a technical term, you know. Beautiful. On to the next nail. Oh, just pat those bits down, make sure they're laying flat, otherwise you're going to have a problem when it comes to capping. This is going to be a full nail of a more because we're going to do a little Swarovski design, so I've just sped it up. If I'd have known this when I started, I would have built the entire nail with a more, but I literally sculpted my extensions and then went with the flow, just whatever I felt like doing. So there we go, just blending that back up. It is quite, it's not as opaque as the other cover powders, so yeah, it's okay. I probably should have chosen a slightly darker colour. I'm going in with baby blue at the free edge, at the tip here. Free edge, oh my god. Blending it back. I'm going to do another ombre using baby blue and a more. So same principle as the index finger, just different colours, and then using the pink Candy Floss holographic multi-cut from the Glitter Fairy. So bleeding that bead first and really making sure I push that right into the nail so that we don't have a harsh line where that bead starts. And that one did blend a lot nicer, I must admit. And then I go with my second bead closer to the cuticle and then blend that into the first bead. Tucking it right in there, using my brush to keep the product from touching the skin and flooding the cuticle. And then I'm going to go in with the pink Candy Floss glitter and do that swirly line in the reverse direction. You see? And then it kind of frames that central nail that has the amour on it, and that's where the crystal art will be. Making sure they're patted down nice and flat. Look at that holographic. Oh my goodness me. Now on the pinky, I was stumped. I was like, what am I going to do here? So I just decided to kind of do a swooshy, kind of marbly thing. And that right there is a top-notch technical term. I'm using very wet beads and I'm just swirling them from corner to corner in a kind of diagonal fashion. Because the baby blue has a shimmer, it's quite cute actually. And because they are pigmented, they do all right. They don't, Glam and Glitz work better as a paint. Unless you use the CJP design powders, they're very pigmented. But I just prefer to work with Glam and Glitz, I'll be honest with you, or Glitter Bows. And then I'm just going to pat little bits of both of the colours of glitter to tie the whole thing in. I'm only going to show capping one nail, which is the thumb, because it's covered in glitter and I want to show you how I do that. The other nails are the same principle, but I think capping glitter is, it's really, there's a couple of tips that help get it crystal clear. So first of all, obviously I've made sure all the glitter's laying flat. I wet the nail with monomer, nice and flat, and then I use a nice wet bead. I sit it on the nail and I just gently nudge it where I want it. I'm not going to go too crazy because I don't want air bubbles. So I'm trying to let gravity take its toll, do the work. I'm just nudging it where I want it, very, very gently. I'm not kind of going crazy on it. I want to get a nice coverage. Obviously, if there's some areas you don't cover, you just go back with the second bead. That's no problem. So I've filed everything off camera because it's tricky, and I just want to show you, this is the CJP Top Gloss. Look at that. Hello. Holla, holla, yay. Woo, that's nice. That's super pretty. Yes. And there's the little Swarovski design that I've done. I've just used a rhombus that I got from Glitter Bells and some mixed Swarovskis that I got from Crystal Parade. No, Angel Crystals. Angel Crystals. Yes. And I just applied them with NSI Polybond glue. They won't go anywhere. If you've got a nice, proper, secure placement on there, they won't go anywhere. And that's the end of the set. I am so glad to be back. I'm going to try and do at least one upload a week, maybe two. It's just depending on time at the moment. But yes, any ideas you want me to do, then let me know. Bye!